Distorted View Daily proudly presents music lessons with the homeless.
You can't strain your voice because that's not where it's coming from. You gotta practice your voice. Don't let me down. But you can't strain your voice. What I was doing is straining my voice, and that's the only way I know how to do it. That's the only way. It took me so long to find out, and I found out. She's a big teaser. I'm not that good, and I've got some practicing to do. Take a sad song and make it better. Every characteristics of Tim and Mao. You ain't gonna make it with it anyhow. Oh, man. You know what it's gonna be. All right. Man, that does something to the voice. Right.
Hey, freaks, it's Thursday, June 28th, 2018. Coming up on the program today, how a $1 million McPrize ruined an entire family. Bitch ain't grateful for her $1,000 car. An anti-pedophile caught doing pedo shit. And decaying flesh stinking up an airplane. All coming up today.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
The guy, he's in the dirty underwear or something. I don't know. He's a sniff freak.
Yeah, Tim Henson back here with you, doing a show for everyone. Finally got a good one for you today. Still feel like shit, still coughing. I'm sorry you're going to have to put up with my voice again. Very sexy. At the top of the show, I got to talk about this really cool Vice article I read about a McDonald's contest from 1989. I'm always curious as to who won these contests. You know, like when McDonald's has their Monopoly game and there's that $1 million prize if you get Boardwalk and Park Place or whatever. I always kind of want to know, like, who won and what did they do with the money? Is their life now ruined by it? Because that tends to be the story, right? You get this amazing windfall, and then afterwards, your life is just shit. It happens with lottery winners all the time. And, you know, I revel in other people's misery. It's one of the many reasons why I love this Vice article. So the Vice article is not about the McDonald's Monopoly game. There was a different contest in 1989. McDonald's printed 80 million records, you know, like vinyl records. They're actually like a type of record, like a cheap version. They're called flexi discs, which are very, very, very thin pieces of vinyl or just vinyl coated paper. And of course, they could be played on a standard record player. Even though I was born in the 80s, by the time I sort of like was aware of things, cassette tapes was where, you know, technology was heading. I didn't really have that many records, so I was not aware of these flexi disc things. But a lot of times, like, promotional giveaway records were printed on this flexi disc shit. Like, sometimes, like, on the back of cereal boxes, there would be a flexi disc. Burger King gave away flexi discs with Alf songs on it. You know, the alien from Melmac.
Those girls. Those Melmac girls. They're out of this world. Those Melmac girls.
This is from the flexi disc record, The Many Faces of Alf.
Send me out of this world. Of all the girls round the galaxy, there's only one kind of girl that's really for me. Far from beyond the Andromeda Sea, those Melmac girls fit my fantasy.
It's like a celebrity Linda Finkel Hall of Fame nominee. Oh, Alf should not sing songs. Here's another one from a Burger King value meal.
Take me, Alf, to the ball game. Now it's my turn to bat. It's my favorite of all games, and I'll knock this Scudminder flat. Lob a couple of fish heads, and I'll send them into the clouds. Take me out to the ball game. I love the roar of the crowd.
Let's let's make a vow that we'll never play Alf singing again. Unless it's for a test of patience or something. All right, so McDonald's then printed up 80 million of these flexi discs with this bullshit song on it.
Good morning, class. Today we're going to learn the McDonald's menu song and give a listener out there a chance to win $1 million. So, repeat after me.
Repeat after me.
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Here goes.
Here goes.
Big Mac, McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese, filet, a fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, McNuggets, tasty golden french fries, regular or larger size, a salad, chef or garden, or a chicken salad, oriental, big breakfast, steak, muffin, hot cakes and sausage, maybe biscuits, bacon, egg and cheese, or sausage, Jenny's hash browns,
Okay.
for dessert,
All right.
hot apple pies and sundaes, 3 varieties of soft serve, 3 kinds of shakes and chocolatey chip cookies, and a drink, a Coca-Cola, Diet Coke, an orange drink, a Sprite and coffee, decaf, 2, a low-fat milk, also an orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all at one place. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, now you do it.
Big Mac, McDLT, a quarter pounder with some cheese.
No.
Ah, too bad. Because if this class can do the McDonald's menu song all the way through, a listener out there is going to win $1 million.
Win $1 million?
Yeah, so let's try again. Big Mac, McDLT, a
All
quarter...
right, I mean, they go through it like a gazillion times, right? All right, so on one of the 80 million records at the very end, the announcer goes, "Congratulations, you've won $1 million. Call this number." And guess who won? A young boy from, like, bumfuck Virginia. He was gathering newspapers to burn, to stay warm in his shack where he lived. Found this flexi disc thing, put it on his record player, and won. And, you think like, oh, this is the type of person who should win. Someone who has absolutely nothing. But then his life was turned upside down. First of all, he's underage, so he can't claim the $1 million. His mom had to claim the $1 million. She went up there in the jet and flew to Chicago or whatever and accepted the $1 million prize. It was her first time on the plane. She got her hair did by Oprah's stylist. That was like her first taste of being wealthy, and it went straight to her fucking aqua-netted head. She goes back to Virginia, and all of a sudden, she's queen shit of the trailer park. Meanwhile, the kid who actually discovered the record, he gets nothing, because now, mama's going on trips to Dollywood, or whatever rednecks do. It does actually say that she took trips to Dollywood and stuff. What she did with a large portion of the money is, she bought the convenience store where she worked, right? She was just a little cashier, a little turd, right? So she just bought out the convenience store, then started hiring all of her family members to work at the place. This is like bad decision after bad decision. Everybody knew like she was the millionaire in the town. She meets some random dude, marries him. One day she wakes up and like half her money is gone along with him. The convenience store doesn't even break even. It's losing money. Family members are like stealing from the cash register and shit. She was also just a bad businesswoman. Like she tried to do some nice things. She set up a credit system for poor people. In theory, that's, super. It's not a way to run a business, though. You're going to lose your fucking shirt, right? Because you know who can't pay? Now or later, poor people. She eventually had to sell off the store at a loss. Then she did that thing, typically when you win $1 million, you don't get $1 million all at once. You get paid out every year, like annuities or whatever. I mean, you can turn around and get the lump sum, but you're not going to get $1 million. You're going to lose a bunch of that money. It's like J.G. Wentworth. I have a structured settlement, but I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth. 877 cash now. Again, you feel the worst for the kid. This kid who found the $1 million flexi disc because he didn't get anything. The mother didn't put any money away for him. As a matter of fact, a few years later, the kid was forced to take a job at the area McDonald's. And he has a sister and they're not on speaking terms. They're pissed off at one another because there's an argument over who actually found the record, as if that matters. The sister is working at a motel where she witnessed a murder or found the dead body from a murder or something. It's a very tragic, hilarious story. I will provide a link on the show notes today if you want to read the whole thing. Moving on, I do have some audio I want to share with you. I'm always playing clips of wackadoodle, conservatives talking nonsense. Well, today I've got a clip here of one of them Hollywood elites spewing gibberish. Tom Arnold was recently, I don't know if we want to call him the Hollywood elite. Tom Arnold was interviewed on CNN, and I guess he was tweeting that he was going to help bring Trump down or take Trump down or something. And so CNN was curious, like, what the fuck does Tom Arnold have on President Trump? And here's what he had to say.
I think that the president is watching this interview, and he knows that Michael Cohen and I,
Does Tom Arnold have a deviated septum? Because his voice drives me up the fucking wall.
This interview, and he knows that Michael Cohen and I, when I leave here, I'm going to go back to the Regency with Michael Cohen. I want you to listen for a second. Just look
at him name dropping that hotel.
Consider this. And I'm going to spend the weekend with Michael Cohen. And the president, Donald Trump, Ivanka Trump, I'm spending the weekend hanging out with Michael Cohen.
All right, he's obviously on drugs, right? Because we're 30 seconds into this clip, and he said the same thing 20 times. Yeah, you're spending the weekend with Michael Cohen, we know.
And there's a lot going on. You've disrespected him and his family, and there's a lot going on. So
Tom,
he gets to sleep. That's good enough for me.
So, Tom, you are going to spend the weekend with Michael Cohen, the president's former attorney.
Yes.
I have
so one person at a time. Felix Sater, all these people that were friends with him, and I've got one person at a time.
Okay. So
people from
was he talking about a Seder?
Trump's world.
Isn't it the thing that I went to on Easter or the day before Easter with those crazy Jews?
Did Michael Cohen tell you specifically that he is working with the authorities, that he has agreed to cooperate with the authorities in their investigation?
This is where you would answer. This is how an interview works. Hello?
I wouldn't. This is too important to me to F around, and you know the word I'm talking about. And I have a 5-year-old son and a 2-year-old daughter, and that's really why I'm doing the show. And we're having fun with these Trump tapes. But this is serious to me, Poppy, and I'm not effing around.
I'm asking
No, I'm not saying you think I am.
Did Michael Cohen tell you specifically, really just yes or no, that he is cooperating?
Poppy, why do you continue to fuck around? Poppy.
With the authorities, should charges be brought?
Poppy, don't bullshit a bullshitter. It's almost as if Tom Arnold has, like, early stage Parkinson's. He's sort of, like, bobbing around, shaking. If I didn't know Tom Arnold better, I would just say he's obviously on drugs here. But no, it's got to be Parkinson's, right? Okay. Answer the fucking question, Tom. You're on TV. You wanted to do this.
Did he tell you?
All right. Do
you not want to answer the question?
No.
Okay.
You don't want to answer the question?
Right.
Okay.
Because.
Will you let us know what...
Because of the Seder, obviously.
You learn over the weekend, since you're spending the weekend with Michael Cohen?
No.
Thank you for being here, Tom Arnold.
Thank you.
Why were you here again, Tom Arnold? Poppy's confused. To be honest, I don't think he was there in many ways. All right, thanks, Tom. The final clip I want to share with you is kind of funny. We've got a couple here, young man and young woman. This lady, though, is not good with cars. She has wrecked, totaled a bunch of her previous vehicles. So her boyfriend or husband, whoever this is, decides, you know what? I'm going to buy you another car, but until you can prove to me you're not just going to crash it, I ain't spending more than $1,000.
About to get baby car. Come on.
Now, he knows that she is going to flip the fuck out when she sees her, 1999 Dodge Neon or whatever the fuck this car is. So he wisely started filming.
Like I said, now you done wrecked your...
For evidence, I guess, for the police.
Now, like I said, now you done wrecked your car or whatever. You keep wrecking your shit. And that's what I told you. Like, now we got your car. He said $1,000 and already paid the man. We got this car right here. It's done. We got it. Like, I already know you might not like it or none of that, but like I said, it's $1,000.
For $1,000, the car looks pretty okay.
And we can ride around, get your little money until like we get something better. Other than that, I just had to pay. I'm getting tired of you wrecking cars. So
Who's driving this?
what you mean who drive? That's why I started recording, because I already know you're gonna be on BS just in case it come down to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's $1,000. You can't beat it. It's nothing wrong with it. It's $1,000. It's clean. It's not dirty.
Marco,
Beautiful cloth interior.
I don't want this car.
What do you mean?
I don't want this car.
Why you got your face up front? Like, how you gonna be ungrateful?
Because this ugly ass car, like, I'm too cute to be riding around.
What do you mean you too cute?
See, that's where we disagree. I don't think she's that cute.
Fucking auction numbers on here and shit.
Okay, he gonna
like-
clean all that up. He
Okay,
gonna clean all that up.
Look,
You deserve a ratchet old 1986 Toyota Tercel. If we're going by what your looks should get you.
It's $1,000.
Car look like my grandma riding
It's
around in this.
$1,000. Like, bro,
I'm not about to
you
pay
already wrecked the car over there. The car is total over there.
Oh yeah, there is her car over there.
Well, fuck, I'd rather drive around in that.
Like there's bungee cord holding the hood on.
Motherfucker had one of my friends. Why can't you give me something like this? Like, this car is cute.
But because it's heat
And
wax,
this
okay,
one's
but
2000. This one right here.
Yeah, that's double the price.
It's only
you really gonna be
2000.
ungrateful. Like, this is a brand, like a car right here is good.
I'm not driving this. Who's driving it? Not me.
There's nothing wrong with it. Like I
tell
said,
them to give them get your money back.
how am I get my money back? What you?
All right, so now as he's saying this, one of the gentlemen employees of the car dealership, and I use that term loosely, comes walking by. He's with cash cars.
All sales is final. Well, you shit out of luck.
What you
I'm
mean?
not driving it.
When you buy a cash car, there's no receipt.
Wait a second. What? There's no receipt?
What you mean?
What kind of place is this? It's one thing if you don't have a refund policy,
I don't see nothing wrong with it. You
Well,
wrecking
you
cars.
should've
That's what I'm not
asked
understanding.
but they don't even give out receipts. For tax reasons, we don't like to give out receipts.
Like I said, he could be hitting more for that.
Look, motor and transmission is what I sell. The rest of the shit you complaining about is free. Now all the free shit, but this is what I'm selling. I'm selling.
Oh, this is a type of car dealership I've never been to. You know, look at this. I sell the goddamn motor. Look at this shit. It's a motor and a car. That's what I'm selling you.
2018 battery.
I want a 2018 car.
But this is a battery. The battery's in the car.
It's a 2018 battery.
No, I
Like
want
the cheapest fucking shit to replace in the car.
Then look, this is 2018. The starter's 2018.
Okay.
The alternator and struts is 2018.
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't want
But
this
why you
car.
being ungrateful? Like, that's what I'm saying.
That's not being ungrateful, 'cause I want
Actually,
the
it could have been
car,
cost more. It's $1,000. That's not bad.
That's for a
Here,
band.
look at the motherfucker.
Look at the tires. Tires brand new.
The
It's
car's fucked up
2016.
too. This whole car's fucked up. I don't want
You really gonna act like that? Like, he been doing business. This is what he do.
it. Okay, I don't care what he doing. I don't want the car.
She's pretty and all, but I think you should get you an ugly bitch that'll be more grateful.
Yeah, you might want to.
This cannot be real, right? Did you just hear what the employee of Cash Car said? She's pretty and all, but you need an ugly bitch, right? Listen,
You really gonna act like that? Like, he been doing business. This is what he do.
Okay, I don't care what he doing. I don't want the car.
She's pretty and all, but I think you should get you an ugly bitch that'll be more grateful.
Yeah, you might want to get an ugly bitch because I can't ride around in this.
So you-
Look. Just hear me out. Now, if you get in the
Bro,
car.
she's too cunty for this to be fake, right? This can't be acting.
Really, bro? She really, bro? This is bullshit, bro. Like, she really like gonna do this, bro. That's why I can't. And then you
Now,
do like
do you
stuff like
see
that.
any of the shit you complaining about when you're in the car? Can't nobody see that but motherfuckers walk.
Bro, I swear to God, bro. That's why you can't do nothing for nobody.
Riding around. What I look like pulling up with my friends in here. With my bitches can't even.
What you mean? None of your friends are gonna pay for none of this. You worry about your
Hey,
friends.
we might just have to hop on the Met then. I don't know.
So you really gonna act like that?
No. Act like what? I don't want the
There's no refund, so I don't know what you're gonna do with this car, but you bought a
We'll
nice
have to do
car.
something.
car, so y'all better figure something out.
Bro, you really gonna act like that?
It's my raggedy ass car.
She's trying to get into the totaled car, the wrecked car.
Right, bro.
She's trying to take the bungee cord off the hood.
Put it on that car. It closes. It's not
I swear to God, bro. This shit, bro.
I should have saved this video for an upcoming black and white segment. All right, and with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted, and fucked up news right now. Not a member of the Distorted View Sideshow? What are you waiting for? Help support this nonsense. Get full access to the entire archive of programs. Well over 3,000 shows. Yeah, I've been at this since December 2004, producing daily content for you idiots. Every week we do exclusive shows just for paying members. Yesterday we did an exclusive show. Tomorrow we'll be doing another exclusive program. Great time to sign up. Very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month. When you sign up, you get access to a special podcast feed that has all of the exclusive content and all of the free stuff too. Pretty cool. Again, superfreaksideshow.com. All right. Couple quick news stories. I don't know if I can do 3. I didn't really talk about this today, but I still have a debilitating cough that's requiring me to stop recording every 2 seconds so I can cough. So we'll see how far we get. First story we have for you today, a man who caused a Transavia flight that originated in the Spanish island of Gran Canaria. I sing like a canary. Information. All right, a man who caused a Transavia flight to make an emergency landing in Portugal has died from tissue necrosis. His body was rotting. He was obviously dying, right? And so was it the man who requested the plane make an emergency landing? No. The plane had to stop because he smelled so badly. You know, the rotting flesh. Others on the flight began fainting and vomiting before the plane could even touch down at the Netherlands Schiphol airport. To be fair, though, some people just have, like, a really weak gag reflex. Remember when that video 2 Girls, 1 Cup came out and there were all those reaction videos? People were vomiting over that.
This better not be close.
I mean, weak. Come on.
Oh, Ashley, no. Seriously, I don't want to watch no. Oh, what the? Oh my God. Stop it! What is this? Oh my God! Oh, gross!
In front of that, look.
I was very proud of my mom. You know, many years ago when, 2 Girls, 1 Cup came out, I had my mom do a reaction video and I posted it on the Sideshow. And, she was grossed out, but she could not take her eyes off of it. She was just like staring at it, like, ugh, that's gross. But she didn't gag, vomit. She's a Henson. Ting. Ting. I've lost the ability to ting. 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 Sorry, I had to use a pre-recorded ting there. Several passengers said the smell was unbearable and the man was unwashed. He was dying. The Daily Mail reported that the 58-year-old contracted an infection while on vacation in the Canary Islands that caused his body tissue to die, resulting in the odor. This man's wife, Lydia, wrote on Facebook that her husband had sought medical attention before leaving Spain, but was told it was just an ordinary beach infection and was given antibiotics. His condition worsened on the flight to Amsterdam. Belgian passenger Piet van Hout, who was on the flight last month, said the man smelled like he had not bathed in several weeks. It was like he hadn't washed himself. Several passengers got sick and had to puke. According to the publication, airline crew members tried to keep the man contained in the airplane bathroom while the pilot diverted the flight. The plane landed in Portugal, where the man was removed from the Boeing 737 and placed on a bus by medical personnel. In a statement, the airline confirmed the emergency landing was due to a medical reason. The airplane diverted because of medical reasons, but it is indeed right that he smelled quite a bit, a Transavia spokesperson said. Ultimately, it was a big deal. He died from his injury or whatever, tissue necrosis. Not just a beach infection. What the fuck is a beach infection? That just sounds like doctors didn't want to be bothered with him, so they just made up a term. Yeah, it's a standard beach infection. You'll get that with the clean air and the sand. Second story we have for you today. The chairman of the International Campaign to Stop Rape and Gender Violence. This is Distorted View Daily. You know I wouldn't be reading about the chairman of the International Campaign to Stop Rape if he, won an award. Oh, he's being honored for his work. No, that's not what we're about here. Oh, the story's gonna get dark. All right, the chairman of the International Campaign to Stop Rape and Gender Violence and Conflict has been arrested. Maybe for a traffic violation? Does he have expired plates? No. He was arrested for soliciting the rape of multiple children, one as young as 2 years old. I feel like maybe this guy took my advice. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty certain at some point I said, you know what would be a great cover for rapists? Working with organizations that are against child rape. Or, if you're a pedophile, get a job with the police department where you have to look at child porn. They hire those people to go online and, try to find where the child porn is coming from. And they just look at image after image of child fucking. For most people, it does a real psychological number. A lot of these people that work there have to get, therapy and stuff. Talk to a professional. Because, it's sick shit they're looking at. You know who's cut out to look at child porn? Pedophiles. The police departments could save a bundle on their mental health costs. 22-year-old Joel Davis was arrested in New York for allegedly exchanging texts with an undercover FBI agent. What did this guy think he was texting a 2-year-old? God damn, pedophiles are stupid. He's accused of trying to make arrangements for sexual encounters with minors, for sex, as well as requesting pornographic images of children. I don't mean to be crass or disgusting here, but I can't imagine trying to get a young kid to take a proper nude selfie. I saw the way my nieces, took pictures of themselves, when they would grab my sister's phone or something because they like to play with it. And they're like, oh my God, filters and shit. Worst angles. They're never in focus. Half their face. Could you imagine this guy trying all right, take a picture of your cock, but I also want to see your face. There's no way the kid's arm can stretch out that far to get a full body shot. And I'm thinking that's what pedophiles really want to see. They want to see the whole thing. If you're just getting a close-up of a dick, you don't know how old the kid is. I could take a picture of my penis looks like a 2-year-old's penis. Maybe I should work for the police department. And then, so it's going to be very hard to get the kid to take a full body nude, right? Because his arm can't stretch out that far. And not many people have wide-angle lens attachments for their phone. So the next thing that this guy would probably do is be all right, go to the bathroom and stand in front of a mirror. But that's pretty tricky, too, because you're taking a photo of the mirror. There might be flash issues. The way you're holding the phone might cover up your face in the mirror. I could just see this being a nightmare situation for the pedophile. I always feel bad for the pedophiles in these stories. They go through so much to get their nude photos of little kids. I mean, they're the real victims here. All right, obviously this guy is a monster. Prosecutors say despite his involvement in the organization, Davis exchanged text messages with undercover agents over the course of several weeks earlier this month. The 22-year-old allegedly arranged to meet the 9-year-old daughter of one of the undercover agents and with the purported 2-year-old daughter of the officer's girlfriend. He allegedly went into detail in the text messages about what sex activities he intended to engage with. Prosecutors say, I wish that guy who would read the Dateline texts was here, because it wasn't Chris Hansen. This is before the pedophile actually shows up at the house. Sometimes they would show a graphic up on the screen and they'd have a girl do the little kid's voice and then the a guy read the pedophile's text. And he had that weird act I'd like to see you naked. You're crazy. Have you ever had sex with a cat? Ew, no. I bet its tongue would feel nice on your twat. Maybe. Like the decoy would have to say as little as possible, but still kind of string him along, keep him interested. Would you ever consider shoving a lobster in your cunt? I don't know. That's wild.
Yes, I want to be top.
Oh, okay.
You want to do it raw?
Raw?
Yes.
What's that?
No rubber.
Oh, we're learning so much today. Prosecutors say Davis repeatedly asked the undercover agent to take naked and sexually explicit pictures and videos of the children to send them to him. Wait a second. So was he supposedly talking to an adult who was willing to, like, farm out his kids for sex? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Following the arrest, Davis allegedly admitted to officers that he had abused a 13-year-old boy, ting, in the past, and that he kept child porn images on his phone. Davis started an organization devoted to stopping sexual violence. He just wanted all the sexual violence to himself. Greedy. Apparently, according to this news story, it isn't unusual for child predators to use positions of advocacy that engender trust to prey upon innocent children. So, you know, my great idea isn't a new one. The perverts already thought of it. There are plenty of examples of pedophiles in jobs that require close contact with trusting children, priests, school teachers, and now the infamous U.S. gymnastics team doctor, Larry Nassar. Yeah, but that's a little bit different, right? This is a guy who created an organization to stop sex abuse. He was right at the front line of that fight. Turns out he's a double agent. This is just like a Jason Bourne movie. Keep in mind, I've never seen a Jason Bourne movie. All right, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Thursday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Yeah, love to hear from you, freaks. 206-666-4463. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram. I am at Distorted View. Facebook.com/Distorted View Show. I mean, you know all the ways to contact me, right?
Jigoo Tim, it is Patreon and Sideshow listener, Stacy in DC.
I'm like melting. I'm sweating. I think I have a fever again. Like, what the hell is wrong with? Maybe I really do have AIDS. Maybe, like, I just had HIV or something for the past few years, and it turned into full bloom AIDS. And that's why, remember I was telling you I have those marks on my skin, those red marks? Isn't that what happens when you get full bloom AIDS? You get the AIDS lesions?
I love that we are the same age because I get to hear all about the same stuff that you have been experiencing, like Toad the Wet Sprocket or Melrose Place, all the things you always
Have I ever talked about Melrose Place?
About old commercials.
I was more of a Models Inc. fan. You don't remember Models Inc.? No one does.
I was really excited.
It was on for one season. I didn't really watch Models Inc. My sister watched it, though. I don't even know. Was it a spinoff of Melrose Inc.? It was about a model agency, right? And the idea was, let's just get a bunch of hot bitches who can't act and start a TV show. That should be enough. It was like kind of like the Baywatch model of television shows.
I was really excited when you started talking about one of my favorite bands, which is Fuel, but you totally ruined it by talking about the Had a Bad Day song, which is one of my favorites. So
no, I actually like...
Don't shit on the Fuel song.
I shit on the stuff I love. I actually like Fuel.
Thanks. Bye.
I could not tell you what my opinion was on the show. What did I say about Fuel, exactly? I must have just had a thought and then I ran with it, you know what I mean? Nothing I say... Never take what I say seriously, because I don't really have hard convictions when it comes to stuff.
Hey, Timmy, just wanted to...
Pretty wishy-washy. I could say I hate something one day and the next day I'll be like, I love it!
Hey, just wanted to weigh in on the situation where Sarah Chubby Sanders was kicked out of the restaurant, and the gay couple that was refused service from the baker. Am I the only one that thinks, why the fuck are you turning away business?
Oh, yeah, I've had that same thought. It's, like, ridiculous. Like, these businesses struggle. Do you know, like, most restaurants close within, like, fucking 6 months or 2 years or something? It's incredibly hard to start a restaurant. And I'm guessing a bakery is not much easier. Who the fuck is ordering cakes all the time? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. A wedding cake. Can you sustain yourself with Wedding cake business, though? Most people that want a fucking birthday cake will just go to the grocery store. Get a fucking Carvel. Oh, those things are delicious. I don't need some sort of like overpriced bakery cake. But okay. So these businesses are just like, they don't need the money. Turn away, faggots. Walk out that door with your wad of money. We don't need it.
Honestly, I don't care if you're gay.
And you know, like, Sarah Huckabee Sanders has money, and she was gonna, like, inhale a trough full of food. You know what I mean? Like, the bitch can put some food away. We've all seen her. You're gonna have a good night at the Red Hen. You know, like, business would be booming that day.
What the fuck are you turning away business? Honestly, I don't care if you're gay, straight, trans, fucking Apache attack helicopter, toaster, what the fuck ever.
Like, take me, for instance. I don't give a shit who signs up for the sideshow. White supremacists? That's fine. Wife beaters? Whatever.
Do you want to come into my business and spend money?
Nothing to do with me.
Me private? You bet your sweet ass I'm gonna fucking serve you, because I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're in a business to make money. Why are you turning away business and then getting bad publicity, thus losing money? Holy shit, does no one give a shit about that anymore?
And then think about this, like, in the case of... I'm sorry. I'm gonna vomit. Very unprofessional, I know. I'm not gonna stop now, though. If I'm not coughing, I'm not stopping. Again, though, in the case of this Red Hen restaurant, they turned away Sarah Huckabee Sanders, which, you know, we're all like, yay, she's a cunt, good. The publicity generated, though, is causing more harm to the restaurant. Like, they haven't been able to open because of all the protesting and shit. So now it's like a week later, they're making absolutely no money.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm a salesman and on my route, a bunch of them are fucking racist. But if they're gonna pay me, I don't give a fuck.
Half the population is
And I have a bunch of
racist.
people who hate, who fucking hate racists. I'm gonna play both sides of the field on the, well, not so much the racist part, but I'm gonna try and play both sides of the field here.
Racists like to eat cheese, like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and gay people like cake.
Because you're paying me. I'm not turning away money. Sorry, that happened.
Think of it like this. You're taking money away from the racist. Or in the case of the bakery, you're taking money from the greasy, lubed-up faggots. Whatever. All right. Thank you for all the voicemails. Keep them coming. That's all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me? show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you. 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-GOD. Is it? Oh, God. Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. I will see you back tomorrow, if and only if you're Sideshow members. Otherwise, I'll be back sometime this weekend to make up for the shows I've been missing. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody.
Motherfucking business. Laffy Taffy bitch. Put it up for me. Turn it up. Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy ho. Laffy Taffy bitch.